Hey everybody, happy Sunday. I hope that wherever you are and whatever you are doing, you are having an amazing day. It is late on a Saturday evening when I'm recording this. I know it's been a really busy, it has been a horrible week for me, I'm not going to lie. We've been so busy, I haven't had a day off in forever, and we've just been running around doing all kinds of stuff. And my garden, as you can see, has paid the consequences. But you know, these guys are doing lovely. They're really good at keeping a lot of pests away, and the result is that you get some really amazing beans, although that one has been apparently eaten by someone, but that's fine. That will be part of the Sunday dinner today. My onions have given up. I have decided that most of my onions are given up. There is one onion there that is doing pretty well, but it's been taken over by weeds. I failed on onions this year. I don't mind admitting it, but you know, the good thing is that some of the plants that I thought would have given up for the season have actually continued to grow. So let's look at my broccoli here. This broccoli just keeps on giving. A big tip, if you ever want to have broccoli in your garden, know that you only really need a few plants and it will keep you in broccoli for the season as long as you look after it and keep watering it. It looks like some slugs have been helping themselves to this one, but look, they're still growing. They're still wanting to grow and produce wonderful heads. So that will also be on my dinner table today. My sprouts, same kind of deal. They've been left alone this year, and I think for the first time around Thanksgiving we might actually have some sprouts, which is really exciting. There is Mr. Ghost. How are you doing, Mr. Ghost? Are you feeling happy? Are you? Mr. Ghost has been very bored this week because I've been really busy. Obviously, we're getting ready for Fully Charged Live. We had a camera die last week, and so I had to buy... we had a camera not work properly, so it's got to go back to be repaired. It's out of warranty, so I had to buy a new camera so we could continue to film while the old camera is being fixed, and then that's going to become a spare camera for us, but Mr. Ghost has been very frustrated because he's not been played with much this week. So he feels really, really let down. I finally, last Sunday, I started and then I got taken away by some other commitments. I did start dealing with this tree and the brambles that came through here. So we've now got a bit of a path, which is good. And it means that my raspberries are much more easy to get to. All of these raspberries are starting to grow. We're going to have a huge bumper crop of raspberries this year. We also, look at this, just spotted a late strawberry. So we have like a second crop of strawberries that I didn't know anything about. I knew we'd got some fresh ones coming on, but I didn't think we had any ripe ones. Now I'm just going to look through and see if I can see any more, because strawberries are the best, especially if they are homegrown. So I'm going to give them, I think I'm going to give this to my pups. Hey, River, Ghost, come here. Would you like a strawberry? Can you sit? Can you sit? Good boy. That's for you. And that's for you. And you can lick my hands clean because I've now got strawberries all over my not so stylish nails anymore. There you go, River. You can clean that one off. Was that good? Was that nice? And look, we've got some lovely raspberries, which I'm going to eat these. No, these are for me. I'm going to eat those because raspberries are awesome. So we're going to have, excuse me, they're really good raspberries. I'm hoping there's going to be enough to at least make some raspberry jam. Might not be a huge amount, but it will be some. So let me give you an update on the chooks. Everybody is happy. I say happy. They would rather be out here, but they can't be out here yet. But Gertie is no longer, I'll give you a bit of a peek here. Gertie is no longer broody, which is fantastic. That's Gertie right there underneath the feeder. She is no longer broody and she's actually doing a lot better. I'm going to pull that out though, because I'm not feeling 100% and I do not want to have to chase chickens at this time in the evening. It's getting late. The sun's going to be setting soon. I just don't want to chase chickens around the yard, especially not with a border collie who likes chickens out and about. So let's have a look. How are we doing with eggs? We've had a little pause on egg production over the last couple of days. I think that's because Gertie was broody, and then the weather changed. And whenever the weather changes, there's always a chicken or two whose bodies just go, nah, I'm not feeling it. It's a bit cold. And, you know, I don't blame them. I really don't blame them. I think if I had to lay these, I think I would probably feel the same way. The bees are still just loving the mint. They are really, even though it's late in the season, they're still doing well. And the weather is lovely. For the first time in what feels like forever, it's not been super hot. And it's really nice because I've been able to just come outside and not feel like it's super hot. It's lovely. It's going to get hot again next week, but you know, that's better than nothing. In the greenhouse, I need to water things, but we're finally getting some tomatoes. Look, let me show you. These are very unhappy tomatoes because I never actually got the big greenhouse up because, you know, running a business is kind of takes up more time than I thought. But the good thing is that next year, hopefully, we'll have the big greenhouse. And I'm happy that the tomatoes are at least producing some fruit. In the potato world, though, things are much better. These are my second crop potatoes. Look at how healthy they are. This is fantastic news. I'm hoping that we'll get some really lovely, big, healthy potatoes. And this is interesting. These potatoes are potatoes from the first crop that are still growing and still happy. And you can see there's a lot of moisture still down here. So that's even good. And we're getting some morning dew at last, which means that the moisture is actually, although it's still quite dry, we're still getting some moisture in here, which is fantastic. The other thing that's worth noting is that my lettuce has decided it's gonna bolt. So there's a flower there. I suspect these lettuce leaves are kind of not going to be very tasty anymore. But look at my parsnips. They are really starting to come on. Parsnips ahoy. Now this week we had more problems with our pump, so I've not been watering things much. And the knock-on effect is this part of the garden is very, very dry, but my apples, the 2 solitary apples that we have, are growing. All the other apples, in case you missed it, all the other apples and all of my cherries. So I've got 1 cherry, 2, 3, 4 cherries, 5 cherries, and 1, 2 right over the other end of the garden, 3 Gravenstein apples. They all gave up. They didn't want to grow in sub-zero temperatures. We had a very late frosts, very late snowfall, and it kind of killed everything off. So that's unfortunate. I may have lost a maple, and I don't know why I may have lost a maple, but one of my maple trees is very, very unhappy. So I'm keeping my eye on that. But other than that, it really is becoming full. We're starting to see leaves fall from the sky like this, and the sun is starting to really get long at this time of day. So I like autumn. I like seeing the rest that goes on at this time of year as plants start to kind of take a break and prepare for the next year. The other thing I'm going to try and do before Monday is I really, really, really want to harvest some blackberries. We didn't have time last weekend for reasons that I will not go into, but we're going to add some sugar to the shopping list so that we can actually make some blackberry jam tomorrow. So there you have it. That is the garden update with a chicken egg in tow. I hope you enjoyed it. And as usual, if you liked this video, please make sure you give it a thumbs up and don't forget to share it with your friends. And leave your thoughts below or in our free to join Discord chat room. There are links in the video description. If you really like the video, leave us a super thanks, and that does go towards helping us make more great content. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to this channel and our other channel, the main one, and give the bell a ring to be told when our next video goes live. And I think it might be raining. This is exciting. Thanks on behalf of the entire crew go to everyone who makes this possible. That includes everyone who supports us on Patreon and YouTube, as well as those of you who just watch the video and share it with your friends. If you are a supporter at the charged up level, you should see your name right here on my right. And thanks to our self-driving tier supporters, Chris Maxwell, Pedro Pinheiro, Patrick Boyarski, Bennett Elder, Brian Newton, Dave Kitchen, Michael Goad, Ricky Leon, Andrew Martin, Gidget Hota, Brophy Wolf, Tazza in the Gong, Gordon C, Stephen O'Donoghue, Carl Hodgson, Anthony Coates, Regine Fellows, Dan Blair, Jim Burness, Chris Centaur, Chris and Michael Johnson, Peter Dillinger and Denny Hyde. And of course, super out of this world thanks to our Starman level supporters: Anonymous Freak, Marcel Ward, Reggie Watts, Rory Litwin, Joe Bresney, Reed R, JP Fagerback, Russ, Will Graylian, Matthew Drobnak, Kevin Burridge, John Lyons, Andrew Glenn, Paul Conway, Laura Reynolds, and Ian. If you would like to be a member of that amazing group, it's really easy to do. Someone is shooting something in the distance. You can hit the join button to support us on YouTube, and you can do it both for the main channel and this one now. And if we get enough people signing up on this channel, then we also get a bonus from YouTube, which would be really awesome, because then more income means we can do more stuff. Or you can just go to Patreon and support us there. You can also buy swag from our swag store. You can send us Ko-fi, you can send us Bitcoin. I don't know why I'm juggling an egg in my hand. It just feels fresh eggs. They're awesome. Anyway, thanks for joining me. And as always, keep evolving.